Hello and welcome to Give and Take, the Virtues in Life. And today's topic is Celebrating Barbadians. And today we have a wonderful guest who will introduce himself and tell us all about Celebrating Barbadians. So welcome.
Thank you very much. My name is Evelyn Graves. I am a Barbadian who is partly resident in Florida, United States of America. And last year, 2016, Barbados celebrated its 50th anniversary. And one of the projects which I worked on in collaboration with the consulate in Miami, the Barbados consulate in Miami, was the publication of a book called Celebrating Barbadians in the United States of America, bringing credit to our nation wherever we go. And basically what we sought to do was to capture the lives and the contribution of Barbadians from across the United States of America, some of whom are still alive, some who've died long ago, and some not so long ago. But I think it is important to recognize that Barbadians have migrated to different parts of the world, and there was a wave of migration of Barbadians to the United States of America in the 1920s, moving from Panama, then to the United States of America, and again in the 60s. And the interesting thing about it, what we were able to do, we were able to get a chapter in the book which was written by Professor Dr. Calvin Holder. He's professor of history and African American studies, College of Staten Island, City of New York. And he did an overview of Barbadian immigration to the United States of America from the 1890s to the present, and gave an overview. And he captured the way in which Barbadians migrated, the time, the various waves, and the contributions which they have made. Now, the book contains a number of things. The number of messages. There's a message from the Right Honorable Francis Stewart, who is the Prime Minister of Barbados, and there's also a message from the 82nd Attorney General of the United States of America, the Honorable Eric Holder. Now, Eric Holder is of Barbadian parentage, and in his message, he indicated very clearly, as the birthplace of my father, Eric Holder Sr., and of my maternal grandparents, Barbados holds a special place in my heart. And he's very proud of the strides the island has made since achieving independence on November the 30th, 1966. I wish to place on record its recognition of the good governance and sound economic and social development policies that have been the hallmark of successive governments of Barbados, freely and fairly elected by the people of Barbados. An interesting aspect of his message relates to an incident where Barbados, where the United States President Lyndon Johnson, on the occasion of the state visit of the Prime Minister of Barbados to the United States, stated, and I quote, "There is the Barbados that our fathers turned to when they were framing our Declaration of Independence and the Constitution of our country. Barbados had its own Declaration of Rights as early as 1651, and we Americans were very grateful and very proud then to have drawn upon it in our own documents." And that kind of indicates the kind of contribution which Barbados has made to the United States. Interesting enough, the book also contains an extract from the Articles of Agreement which were entered into by, for the settlement of the Carolinas by Barbadians. There's a document. We actually were able to get aspects of that original agreement.
Hold it up so
articles
the
of
could see it.
yeah,
Yes.
articles of agreement. Yeah.
Lovely.
And we should, yeah.
Yes, so they can see.
So that was an important aspect, and I should say that there are a number of United States citizens who have their roots in Barbados, and it should be noted, for example, that Shirley Chisholm, the first black woman to attempt, or the first woman for that matter, to attempt to become president of the United States of America, was of Barbadian heritage, is of Barbadian heritage. As a matter of fact, in her early formative years, she was sent to Barbados to school. We have here Shirley Anita Chisholm was born on the 30th of November 1924. That's the same independence date of Barbados. That is the 30th of November. In Brooklyn, New York, to Charles St. Hill from Guyana, and Ruby Seal from Barbados. And it said that this young couple had a difficult time making ends meet, and in the hope of saving some of their sparse earnings, they sent their children Shirley, Muriel, and Odessa back to Barbados to live with their grandparents. They stayed there for 7 years. Shirley attended primary school in Barbados and attributed her easy speaking and writing style to her early education in Barbados, which was very strict and in the British tradition. We have also the late Gwyneth Eiffel of PBS fame, whose parents came from St. Lucie, Chacahal in Barbados. We should also mention there are a number of other people who in different walks of life, different professions. There are a number of doctors, lawyers, and people in the arts. As a matter of fact, we wanted to include a section on the arts, those people in the arts, and who and sports who are of Barbadian heritage, but we didn't get a chance to do that, unfortunately. But it is known that there's a number of people of Barbadian heritage who they're Cuba Gooding Jr., for example, his father is of Barbadian heritage, I think. LL Cool J, Gwyneth Paltrow. All these are people who have indicated that they have a Barbadian heritage.
So the next edition, I'll be in there, right?
Who knows? Who knows? Yes. I should also mention that the book contains quite a bit of information about Barbados.
Okay.
And we have some new pictures and some old pictures. Barbados, the old Barbados and the new Barbados. Okay. And so there's a lot of information about it. And I should say one example, which you may not know, but is included in here, that the grapefruit was developed in Barbados.
Look at that.
Yeah, and it's covered in here. That is a historical fact. And we also have developed the whole culture of the black belly sheep, which is a very hardy animal, and its skin now. What they're experimenting with here in Barbados is the skins of the black belly sheep, which I'm told produce very, very good and high quality leather. Okay. So the book is available, and I would want to say it's really a tribute to the Consul General, the late Colin Mears, who passed away just a couple of weeks ago, who was the master, who really gave the support for this. I did the research, and we had a committee, which put the information together. We drew on a whole historical documents. We drew also on the Consul General, the various consuls, honorary consuls of Barbados in different parts of of the United States of America to get information. So we have compiled this book. I think it has about almost 300 references, and it's on sale for I think it is $50 US.
And where would you get that? Where would you be able to purchase the book?
Well, the book can be purchased at the Consul General in Miami.
Okay.
From the office of the Consul General in Miami, and they will send it to you free of postal charges.
Okay.
For $50 US.
Okay.
In Barbados, it's available at Day's Bookstore, the Barbados Museum Bookstore, and the CLOISTER Bookstore.
And where are they? And what part of Barbados?
These are in Bridgetown.
Okay.
I should also be yes. So that is really the summary of what we're doing, and to say also that, fortunately, when I was in Canada as a commissioner, I did a similar book about Barbadians in Canada. So I've been able to capture those, so that it's a series that we are trying to do, and hopefully the next one that will come up will be Britain.
Okay.
And there was also some suggestion of doing one for the wider Caribbean. So
wonderful.
that the important thing is to be able to capture the contribution of Barbadians wherever they've gone, and I think that these efforts are something. And I should say that what we are hoping to do is that for the proceeds which we will derive from the sale of this book will go to a fund which we have established in Florida. It's it's a charitable charity that we've established called Bimshire Literary Foundation.
Oh, very good.
And out of that, we hope to make a contribution to the Hospice in St. David's, and also make a contribution on scholarships to Barbadian students who are going into universities in the United States of America. So that really, encapsulates the effort and what is contained in this and what we are doing in that area.
Okay, so we're coming to the end of the show.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate it. Well, instead of me saying you coming, I came. I want to appreciate you wanting to participate on the show, and I'm happy to be here and be a part of this and to share this with people, because I've certainly learned a lot today, and learning a lot about people who have contributed to the United States of America, and that you're going to continue it with other Canada and other places. That's fantastic. And so thank you again. And so to the viewers, your level of consciousness is the gateway to the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.